At this time, I want to introduce the local president of 3669 here in Minneapolis, Jacob Roman. Jacob, who was the president of Brother Alex. Okay?
Thank you, President Kelly, and thank you, everybody, for coming. Alex, he was one of our coworkers. He was also a son, a brother, an ICU nurse, and a friend to many.
It's okay, sir.
As we gather here tonight, I just want to thank everybody for coming out and remembering Alex and honoring his memory. I also want to thank President Everett Kelly for being here, National VA Council President MJ Burke, District 8 National Vice President Rourke Hotop, our sisters and brothers from Local 1969, our Local 3669 members, and all the speakers and union members who helped put this together. Thank you so much.
Woo! Yeah.
I didn't know Alex well, but I was lucky enough to be acquainted with him. I became acquainted with Alex in my role as local union president. He was a union brother whose presence left an impression on me. Alex would come to union events as much as he could on his lunch break, if he ever got one, because he cared about our collective bargaining rights. A few days before he was taken from us, I was fortunate enough to speak with him during an evening float shift to the ICU. I remember him saying, "Hey man, welcome." And the first thing he asked me was, "What's going on with the union?" If you work at the VA, you probably know it was not a surprise for me that he asked that question. Over the last year, there has been an attack on federal employees, including having our rights and our collective bargaining taken away. But that's how I remember Alex. He was an earnest man who cared about collective rights for his coworkers.
Right.
A genuine, caring, thoughtful, inclusive person. Those were only some of the words expressed to me in many interactions with coworkers and staff from around the hospital. I also heard stories from Alex's coworkers that worked closely with him. One coworker told me the story of when she first started and was put in an awkward position where no one seemed to want to train her on her first day. She told me Alex looked at her and said, "I'll precept you, let's go." No hesitation, no resentment, just an eagerness to teach. Another coworker who worked with Alex for many years had a long conversation with me and shared how much she missed him. She shared that while she thinks anyone in our healthcare facility would intervene to save someone's life, she was certain Alex would be one of the few that would do it again if it meant helping someone else. It's because he cared deeply about helping others, even if they didn't look, sound, or come from the same background as him, that made him special to those that knew him. In the face of injustice, Alex recognized that his neighbors and community are worth protecting. To honor Alex, I want us to remember our shared community, our shared struggles, and most importantly, our shared humanity. These big moments are going to happen. We cannot change that. It is what we do after that counts. Let's continue Alex's legacy by fighting for and defending our communities and for each other. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Jacob.